Congratulations to Illinois basketball. Tonight, it would have been really easy to give up, give in, but they showed a lot of heart. And not only that, they actually executed. They made plays down the stretch to take the lead and to win the game. That's big time for them tonight. So they really deserve to celebrate the victory tonight. They really earned it. Started off terrible, but in the second half, they got serious on defense and they turned the game around. So looking at the team stats, after shooting so well, Illinois' defense in the second half dropped Northwestern's field goal percentage down to 34%, while Illinois was at 44%. Three-point shooting. If I was a reporter for Illinois sports and I was at the conference, press conference, I'd be a broken record. Brad Underwood would want to have me kicked out and banned. But I would say, why do your players shoot threes? 29%. They are one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the country. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. Why are they shooting so many threes? You know why? Because it's easy. I've already talked about it. I'm not going to go in depth. But the easiest thing in the world to do is to shoot a three, period. And they're horrible at it. So stop doing it. Go to the rim. That is what they need to do. Free throw shooting. 71%, 15 for 21. 71%, not good enough. Their free throws, you gotta make them. All right? Rebounds, they out-rebounded them, so that's good. Assist, are you kidding me? How do you play an entire game of basketball and get 6 assists? In Northwestern, one better with 7. I'm being serious. What kind of selfish basketball is going on when you have 6 assists? You know, I honestly don't think a lot of you guys get it. You may hear this 6 assists and think nothing of it. But let me tell you, that is evidence that this team is horrible on offense. You know how bad you have to be to get 6 assists in a game? That is horrible. Shameful. I would break something in the locker room looking at that. And then we look at steals, 11-6, blocks, 2-6. And then we look at turnovers, 16 turnovers. 16 turnovers. So 16 times when Illinois had the ball, they handed the ball over to Northwestern. That is insane. 16 turnovers, 6 assists. Based on the three-point shooting, the free throw shooting, the assist totals, and the turnover totals, the question has to be asked. How in the world did Illinois win this game? Seriously. How? Well, we know how. Defense and players not shooting threes. That's how they won the game. All right, we go to the box score. Coleman Hawkins, the junior, 31 minutes played, and he can only get 4 rebounds and score 6 points. He took a horrible 3-point shot at the end of the game. And if Illinois loses that game, that will be the shot that everyone would remember. The 35-foot 3 by Coleman Hawkins. His basketball IQ is 0. He had the block at the end of the game. Congratulations. Nice play. But one play does not overshadow the entire game. He sucked as always. 4 rebounds and 6 points in 31 minutes of play. What was he doing out there? I have no idea. Dane, in 15 minutes, scores 3 points, 3 turnovers, 5 rebounds. Thankfully, Coleman didn't have a turnover, so that's good. Coleman did not turn the ball over. That is good. I'll give him some credit for that because that's unusual. Matt, not a good game at all. 6 turnovers. 6? That is insane. 14 points. He did have 8 rebounds, so he cannot rebound Coleman Hawkins easily every game. 8 for 10 from the free throw line. He got to the line. That's smart. 2 for 7 from 3. Stop shooting threes. 2 for 9 from the floor. That's not good, is it? He played 32 minutes. At the end of the game, he was trying to go one-on-one. It didn't work out for him. He was a complete fail. But he did wisen up because he did, at the end of the game, start to give the ball to Terrence Shannon Jr. So I'll give him credit for that. But overall, wasn't a good game by him. Jaden Epps, 14 minutes, didn't even know he played. He was non-existent in every way a player could be. That's bad. I don't care. When you're on that court, you have to be able to do at least one thing good, whether it be your defense, your offense, your rebounding, you're getting a lot of assists. You got to do something. One of the disciplines of basketball, you have to be able to doing at least one of those things good. But him and Coleman Hawkins did nothing good. So, what a joke. RJ Melendez, 18 minutes, 6 rebounds, 5 points. Another frustrating player. RJ Melendez had a wonderful spin move, going to the rim, with contact, it made the bucket. That was a very tough shot. That was a manly play. And he never did it again for the rest of the game. Didn't do it before it, didn't do nothing after it. That's RJ Melendez. Every once in a while, he'll make a play, and you'll say, wow. And then you'll say, why don't he do that all the time? And that's a good question. Why doesn't he? RJ Melendez is at his best when he's aggressive going to the rim. And I cannot believe that his friends haven't told him that. The coaches haven't told him that. I can't believe he hasn't looked himself in the mirror and thought that. But him and Coleman Hawkins need to get together, hold hands, look each other in the eyes, and say, drive to the rim. Just keep saying it until you believe it. Ty Rodgers, 30 minutes, extremely active. 8 rebounds, 6 points, played defense. He had a good little game today. Sincere Harris, phenomenal defense, phenomenal passion and fire and desire. And offensively, he contributed. He made layups. That's why Sincere Harris was sitting the bench, because he wasn't able to make a layup. And now he made layups, and he was able to play twice as much as he normally does. So, huge congratulations to Sincere Harris. He played incredible defense, and he also made layups. That's what we need. Like I said, it's not illegal to do both. You can play defense and offense. It's not illegal. He can do it. And he did it. So congratulations to him. Luke Goody played 7 minutes, and he made a mistake. Luke Goody should have redshirted. You have the senior Shannon Jr., Matthew, he's a senior. And then you have, so them two are going to be, usually taking the most shots. So Luke Goody, he should have redshirted, but he didn't. So this is going to be a wasted year. And I'll be honest with you. If Luke Goody cannot become a starter over RJ Melendez, then I'm concerned. because RJ Melendez is not doing what he needs to do offensively, which is go to the rim over and over again. So if Luke Goody is going to be any kind of player, he's got to be able to start over him before this season ends. Shannon Jr., second half, he was the MVP of the game. 8 for 10 from the floor, 4 for 5 from 3, 6 for 9 from the free throw line. That's not good enough. He's got to make all his free throws, 3 turnovers and 26 points. So if this was hockey, in hockey you got 3-star, 2-star, 1-star players of the night. This isn't hockey, it's basketball. But if they did such a thing, 1 star would go to Ty Rodgers, 2 stars would go to Sincere Harris, and 3 stars would go to Shannon Jr. So those were the top 3 players for Illinois. Ty Rodgers, he was extremely active in all aspects of the game, including defense. Sincere Harris, his defense, and he made layups. And Shannon Jr., his offense, and he played some defense. So those were your 3 best players on the team tonight. And it's a shame that Coleman Hawkins didn't want to contribute. The junior, in 31 minutes, can only get 4 rebounds and 6 points. That's a shame. It's a disgrace. Why does he play 31 minutes a game? Well, I don't know. I guess because there's no one else to play. But anyway, Illinois wins. Huge comeback in the second half. Down 37-19 at the half. They outscore Northwestern 47-25 in the second half, and they pull out the victory. And I've said it again. I said it before. I'll say it again. It's one thing to show fight and determination and to really go for something. That's one thing. It's another when you execute the plays, the defense, and you actually take the lead and hold on to the lead and win the game. So this was their most impressive win this year by far. This was the best win for Illinois this year. They showed a lot of heart, and they also executed when it mattered the most, except for that Coleman Hawkins three-pointer. That was the worst shot of the game. But they overcame it. So, good win tonight. Celebrated. But there's more games left. So, the bottom line is, in my opinion, Illinois is a bad team. Everyone in the Big Ten is a bad team. And everyone in basketball is a bad team. It's in my opinion that college basketball is trash. And when I think about the teams that used to play in the grade 8, the Final Four, the championship game, I think about those teams and the players they had on those teams. And then I look at the teams that make it to the Final Four last year, the year before that, and I see a big difference. No one, and I mean no one, can tell me that the basketball being played now is better than the basketball being played not that long ago. I don't believe it. Look at those teams that, for example, 05 Illini. Look at the teams that 05 Illini had to play, and you look at the teams that Illinois would have to play this year. It's a joke. It is a joke. You take that 05 Illini team, you drop them into this college basketball season. I promise you, they set the record for the biggest margin of victory in college basketball history. They would go undefeated, obviously winning the national championship, and they would go down as the greatest college basketball team ever. Because that's how bad college basketball is. And if you don't believe me, get on Google, and I want you to look up the teams Illinois played against in '05. And go back and look at any of the Final Four teams. Look at those teams from I would say the last 3 years have been really bad, but just go back a little bit and you'll see that there was way better basketball with way better players, way better teams. This basketball is just trash now. It just is. So maybe one day that will change. So before I end the video, why does basketball suck now? Well, that's a story, isn't it? That's a long story. I'll do a video on why basketball sucks now, and we'll just talk about it. All right, Illinois wins, and that's a good thing.